Today we're making Súp Bong Bóng Cua. So you know that super popular crab and fish maw soup that's served at Asian weddings? Well, guess what? You eating fish bladder. So the star of Súp Bong Bóng Cua is fish maw, also known as fish bladder. It's considered a delicacy in Asian cuisine, and it's often served at special occasions, especially weddings. But to me, whenever it's served at a wedding, I feel like you get mostly broth and very little fish maw. And I want to get my money's worth in this economy. So we're gonna make it today. It's super easy and super fulfilling. Let's go. So when you buy fish maw at the Asian grocery store, it'll be like this. It will be like dried up, and it kind of looks like a shrimp cracker, but it's a fish bladder cracker. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna soak it in water for like a few hours. I think this has been soaking for like 2 hours now. And once you soak it, it'll be like more spongy and like malleable. So once it gets super soft like this, we're gonna start cutting it into little pieces. This is the tedious part, okay? This is the hardest part about making this soup, is cutting this with scissors. It just takes so long. And I'll show you what I mean. Oh my gosh. So what I do is I cut it into little strips first. Like that. And then you're gonna cut it into tiny little pieces. Probably like that. And then you're gonna let it soak some more while you're cutting the rest of them. It's like arts and craft class, but with fish bladder. Usually when we order this at restaurants or when it's served at Asian weddings, it's considered a delicacy because fish maw is kind of expensive. But I feel like when you make it at home, you get a lot more like fish maw. Now we're gonna prep the other ingredients. We're gonna cut up some imitation crab. So I'm just gonna cut these roughly diagonally like that. Kinda like For garnish, we're gonna do a little green onions. You can also do cilantro and green onions, but I just have green onions today. Now that the hard part is over, we're gonna put everything together. First, we're gonna add some chicken stock. Next, we're gonna wait till it comes to a boil. Then we're gonna add all the ingredients. Now that the stock is boiling, we're gonna add in the fish maw. Next, we're gonna add some crab. I have canned crab because it's probably the cheapest and easiest crab to get, plus it's already peeled. But if you can get real crab, good for you. But for me, not in this economy, okay? So we're gonna use canned crab. Just throw it in there. Then the imitation crab that we cut earlier. So now we're gonna let it cook for a few minutes before we go in and season and thicken it. So now we're gonna thicken the soup. I have tapioca starch and some water, and we're just gonna make a slurry real quick before we add it to the soup to thicken it. And you can always add more if it's not thick enough for you. So gently pour it in while stirring. So the soup is like skinny thick right now, so we need her to be like thick. After you put in the cornstarch, we're gonna add about 2 to 3 eggs. You're gonna whip it real good. Some recipes only call for egg whites, but I feel bad wasting the egg yolk, so we're just gonna add them both in. You wanna gently stir, and then you wanna slowly drizzle the egg in so that it makes the nice little ribbons. So gently stir, and then you wanna drop these little eggs in. Yeah, nice. There we go. Nice. Next, we're gonna add some quail eggs. I use canned because I'm too lazy to boil and peel 100 of these freaking eggs. So, but if you have the patience to peel real quail eggs, ooh, brownie points for you. Finally, we're gonna season everything. First, we're gonna add some sugar. I'm using palm sugar, but you can use any sugar you want. We're gonna do a little bit of salt, black pepper, and some chicken bouillon. Ooh, so thick, I love. So you basically season the soup to your taste. I would taste a little bit and add more salt, chicken bouillon, etc., depending on how you like it. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Garnish with some green onions.